If you're over 40 and slowing down, it's not age, it's lifestyle. I've reversed ADHD, BPH, GERD, asthma, bloating, and fatigue all without a single pill. And fasting was the game changer. Here are 7 benefits I wish I knew sooner. Number 7 shocked me the most, and it ended up being the one that made the biggest difference. And stick around until the end, because I'll share exactly how you can start fasting safely so you can get results without crashing your energy. Before we dive in, here's a quick version of my story. I was doing everything I thought was right. Hitting the gym, eating healthy, but my body kept breaking down. I couldn't focus, I was tired all the time, and the list of health problems just kept growing. Then I tried fasting the right way, and it changed everything. Let's start with the first benefit. Benefit number 1 is a massive energy boost. The first week I tried fasting, I thought I'd be dragging every single day. And honestly, the first couple of days were. I was tired, my mood was unstable, but then something happened. By day 3, I woke up feeling sharper than I had in years. My brain felt switched on in a way that I hadn't experienced since my 20s. And my body wasn't begging me for food every couple of hours. When you fast, your body shifts from running on quick-burning glucose to tapping into your stored fat reserves. This process produces ketones. And ketones are an incredibly clean and stable energy source for your brain. Unlike sugar, they don't give you the spikes and crashes. The result is that your energy stops swinging wildly and gets more steady and stable throughout the day, providing all-day focus and drive. And because your digestive system isn't constantly working overtime, more of your body's energy is freed up for thinking, moving, and actually living. If you're new to fasting, the first 2 or 3 days are just your body adjusting. Stay hydrated, keep up on your electrolyte balance, drink herbal tea, and push through. Because the clarity on the other side, I'm here to tell you, is worth it. Benefit number 2 is your inflammation drops fast. This one was massive for me. And honestly, it was one of the first benefits that I actually felt. Before fasting, my mornings were rough. Every step I took felt like my knees and my hips were just grinding. Made it feel like my body was just breaking down. But here's the thing. Just 2 weeks into fasting properly, I realized I wasn't limping anymore. My breathing felt clearer, and I had less overall stiffness. I wasn't waking up feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. That's when I knew fasting was doing something deeper than just burning fat. If you want to supercharge your anti-inflammatory effects, make sure you break your fast with foods that reduce inflammation rather than cause it. Things like leafy greens, berries, citrus, turmeric, ginger, and omega-3 rich seeds. That way, you're not undoing the work that your body just did during the fast. All right, benefit number 3 is your digestion resets. Before I started fasting, my stomach was in a constant state of war. And that was normal for me. I blamed it on age, on stress, on random food sensitivities. But the truth was, I never gave my digestive system a break. It was working nonstop, day and night. Once I started fasting, everything changed. Within a week, that heavy, bloated feeling was gone. My stomach felt flatter, lighter. Think of it like hitting the reset button on your digestive system. The less that it has to do, the better it performs when you do eat. Always avoid breaking your fast with heavy, greasy foods, or you're going to undo all of the benefits that you just got from your fast. Hey, if this is hitting home, please hit like and subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever tried fasting. I'm building this channel to share real strategies that work, and your support helps get this message out to more people. All right, benefit number 4, hormone balance. Before fasting, I was riding the blood sugar roller coaster every single day. I'd wake up to decent energy, but by 2 or 3 p.m., I was dragging. My mood was unpredictable, my focus would be shot, and no matter how healthy I thought I was eating, I just couldn't seem to break that cycle. Fasting completely changed that. It helped stabilize my mood, my focus, and my energy in a way that I honestly didn't think was going to be possible after 40. When you fast, your insulin levels drop. And that's huge because high insulin not only makes it harder for your body to burn fat, it also creates wild swings in your blood sugar that crash your energy. Lowering your insulin puts your body in a more balanced metabolic state. On top of that, fasting naturally reduces cortisol spikes, so you're not stuck in constant fight or flight mode. And it boosts growth hormone, which helps your body repair and maintain muscle while you burn fat. For men, it can even improve testosterone levels. I can definitely attest to that personally. That means better energy, better recovery, and more drive, if you know what I'm saying, both physically and mentally. And this isn't just about weight loss. Balanced hormones affect everything: your sleep, how you feel when you wake up, how you recover from workouts, even how well you think under stress. Once my hormones leveled out, I wasn't just more productive, I was more patient, more consistent, and I stopped reaching for snacks and caffeine just to survive the day. When you're over 40, that's not just a nice to have, it's the difference between thriving and barely getting by. If you want to maximize this benefit, pair fasting with strength training a few times a week and focus on high quality, whole foods during your eating window. That combination keeps your hormones optimized and prevents the muscle loss that people worry about when they hear the word fasting. All right, benefit number 5, fat loss without crazy workouts. I used to think that the only way that you could get lean was to practically live in the gym. I'd watch guys grind for hours a day, and I just didn't have that kind of time. Between family, work, band practice, I'd be lucky to get in a couple of short workouts a week. But when I started fasting, I finally broke through a plateau that I had been in for years. I started noticing definition in my arms, my face leaned out, and for the first time since probably my teenage years, I could see the outline of my abs. And I wasn't killing myself in the gym to get there. Fasting naturally reduces the number of times you eat, which means you end up taking in less calories without counting them or obsessing over macros. On top of that, your body becomes more efficient at burning fat for fuel. Especially after you've been fasting for 14 or 16 hours, your insulin levels really drop. This isn't about starving yourself. It's about letting your body tap into stored energy instead of constantly running on the food that you just ate. That steady, low insulin state is a fat-burning sweet spot that most people never experience because they're always snacking. You don't have to combine fasting with high-intensity, 2-hour workouts, even light activity, walking, which I try to do after every meal, yoga, light movement within yoga, or just short resistance sessions. I'm talking 20, 30 minutes max. Will speed up results because your body is already primed to burn fat for that energy. Just focus on consistency over intensity and let the fasting do the heavy lifting. All right, benefit number 6, your boosted immune system. I used to be the guy who caught every cold. My kids would come home and give me something. I'd be down for a week. But since I started fasting the right way, I can honestly say that I don't remember the last time I was sick. And if I do feel like I'm getting something, it's crazy, I feel better the next day. When you give your digestive system a break, your body shifts energy away from processing foods and towards repairing and defending itself. Fasting reduces chronic inflammation, which is at the root cause of so many immune issues, and it helps you absorb the nutrients more efficiently from the foods that you do eat. Think of it like upgrading your body's security system. Fewer false alarms, and a faster response. If you want to experience this, make sure that your eating window contains nutrient-dense foods, especially leafy dark greens, citrus fruits, and cruciferous vegetables. Those are your immune system's raw materials. Okay, number 7, the one I promised you in the beginning, mental and spiritual clarity. This one was probably the biggest surprise for me, and honestly had the most valuable benefit of all. When I first started fasting, I thought it was just going to be about fat loss and health markers. I had no idea it would completely change the way that my mind worked. Within a week, I noticed I was calmer, my thoughts weren't bouncing all over the place. I could focus deeply on what mattered without being distracted every 2 minutes. And there was this strange peacefulness. It was like I could almost hear myself think. When you're not eating 3 times a day, your body isn't constantly chasing the next blood sugar spike. Your brain finally gets a steady, clean fuel source, ketones, instead of being yanked around by blood sugar highs and crashes. That shift will stabilize your mood, sharpen your focus, and reduces the background noise in your head. You're literally removing stimulation from your nervous system, which helps balance neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. It's like flipping a switch from chaos to clarity. But here's the part that really caught me off guard. The spiritual clarity. Without constant digestion pulling energy from my body, I had more energy for introspection, for actually thinking about who I am, what I'm doing, and where I'm going. It's like fasting stripped away all of the static so that I could finally tune into the signal. And I know that sounds a little woo out there, but when you feel it, you'll get it. If you want to maximize this benefit, pair fasting with intentional habits in the morning, like meditation, light stretching, or just writing 3 things you're grateful for. You'll not only transform your body, you'll start rewiring your mind in ways you never thought possible. Okay, so as I told you in the beginning, I was going to mention how you can safely start fasting. So when I say fasting done right, I mean starting slow and listening to your body. This is a huge adjustment, especially if you've been eating all day. Begin with just an overnight fast of 12 to 14 hours, gradually work your way up to 16, 18 plus. Always hydrate with tons of water with electrolytes. I talk about my electrolyte water that I make in other videos on my channel, and drink tons of herbal tea. Always break your fast with nutrient-rich whole foods, not processed junk. You don't want to shock your system when you go back to eating. And remember, fasting isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your body a break from constant digestion so it can focus on repair, detox, and energy reset. All right, that does it. If you've tried fasting, drop a comment, please, and tell me about your experience. I want to hear about it. Sometimes I feel like I'm out here on an island and I'm like, is there anybody else out here eating like this? Feeling these amazing benefits? If you haven't, pick 1 day a week and just start small. And if you want to go deeper, watch my 5 Pillars of Detox video already up on my channel next. It'll give you the full roadmap. Thanks, everybody. This has been Warrior Beacon. Let's go.